For over a century, residents of Broad Ripple Village have crafted a rich cultural history along the banks of the White River. Amazing things happen here. This is where ideas materialize, where adventures are hatched, where friendships are forged, and connectivity begins. However, today there are improvements that need to be made, and a plan to connect Broad Ripple Park with Broad Ripple Village is a vital solution.
Think of Broad Ripple as sort of the connection hub of the north side of Indianapolis. We have the Monon Trail, we have the Canal Towpath, we're getting the Red Line soon, we have Broad Ripple Avenue, and the Riverwalk Promenade will just add to that, where we are really kind of the central hub where the spokes kind of all meet, which is exciting.
People are passionate about Broad Ripple that live in the area.
Broad Ripple is the only cultural district outside of downtown.
We were Indianapolis's first original cultural district.
It's just quintessential Indiana.
A lot of people find Broad Ripple for evening Broad Ripple, the restaurants, the bars, and the cultural amenities. But really, Broad Ripple to me is more about daytime Broad Ripple. So it's people from all walks of life outside, either they're walking or jogging or pushing strollers or riding bikes. And I think this project really serves a purpose in creating a safe way for them to experience the rest of Broad Ripple.
Broad Ripple's 160 years of distinct history has been influenced and defined by its ever-growing, culturally rich community. In its heyday, Broad Ripple Park was unrivaled.
Probably in the 1830s, when Broad Ripple really got started, you had German and Irish immigrants both who came to this area to take the canal.
I mean, there wouldn't be a Broad Ripple Village if it weren't for the White River. It was the Broad Riffle, that area of rapids, that gave the village its name.
There was a very successful amusement park in the park called White City. That was in the early years of the 20th century. There were carousels, there were a giant swimming pool that was there for many years after the amusement park. It was a very popular place.
At that time, Broad Ripple was really the furthest people could get from Indianapolis in a reasonable amount of time on a horse and buggy. So they would go up for the summer to enjoy the breeze off the river.
Through education, public engagement, and community involvement, the planning process for the Riverwalk Promenade has helped steer committee leaders in designing, expanding, and connecting Broad Ripple Village to other park trails.
Broad Ripple Riverwalk achieves several goals that were stated in the Envision Broad Ripple plan. The community articulated several elements that they thought needed to be emphasized in the village, including connectivity, making Broad Ripple more walkable, more bikeable, and we wanted to expand green space, to embrace the river, and to enhance the park. And the Riverwalk does all of these. It helps bring people to the park, helps bring people to the village, and it does so without them having to get in their car.
Basic design calls for it to be a single trail that is offset from the street by about 3 feet or so. And that creates a better buffer and a lot more safe feeling for a lot of people in terms of using a trail.
The Riverwalk Promenade is really going to be broken up into 2 phases. The first phase, which will involve moving Broad Ripple Avenue to the south and using the existing bike lanes in Broad Ripple Avenue to create some space for a multimodal path on the north side of Broad Ripple Avenue from the Monon Trail to Broad Ripple Park.
Hope to model it on the cultural trail, make it look that attractive with plantings, with artwork, with overlooks of the river.
Imagine being able to connect from Broad Ripple Park to the Monon, to Murat Park, to Holiday Park, to all the great green spaces on the north side of the city. And the Riverwalk is really a conduit to make all of that happen.
It's like the park is its own little island away from the village, and there's just a real opportunity to get that asset, the park, connected to the village.
Focused on improving Broad Ripple Park and making it available to everyone, stakeholders developed a multi-stage plan based around sustainability, accessibility, and most importantly, connectivity. Committee members are supporting community plans to redevelop the century-old 62-acre park.
It is a very good park, but it is showing its age. It is frankly kind of tired.
Community's vision has been pretty clearly articulated in the new master plan. 62 acres of lazy rivers and A central promenade, I think one of the most exciting things for me is the promenade that will bring the farmers market back into Broad Ripple Park. The project will transform Broad Ripple Park into the living room of Broad Ripple Village.
The master plan for the park is really comprehensive, and it's really staged in many phases. Everything from really activating the riverbank, which the Riverwalk Promenade will certainly help with that, to a new family center, a new aquatic center, lots of new nature trails. There will also be a nice amphitheater option.
I believe they could conduct 5 full field sports in the Great Lawn that they're building, as well as concerts that would overlook the White River.
The plan also calls for adding environmental education opportunity at the very north end of the park in the form of a wetland.
Elements in this master plan will bring a lot of people. It'll almost become like a regional park.
There's over $100 million of investment happening as we speak in Broad Ripple, and this is just another wonderful amenity that's going to make Broad Ripple the best place.
Trails are economic engines. We have proven that all up and down the Monon, in Carmel, and Westfield.
This is a community project that has been discussed for 30 years.
There's kind of a renaissance happening at Broad Ripple, and this project is really the key to connecting all of the different amenities and assets, including this regional treasure we have in Broad Ripple Park.
Broad Ripple has a $75 million economic impact on the city of Indianapolis.
Today, a coalition of government, business, and community representatives are coming together and posing a big question. How do we continue to preserve the park and White River for future generations to enjoy? With your help, we can plan for a better tomorrow and rediscover Broad Ripple together.
A Riverwalk is going to help enhance the sense of community for Broad Ripple at large. I think that's a very good reason to give.
Join us. The community is coming together to make this happen. And the city has seen the benefit of this plan and has offered a matching grant opportunity for us. Let's leverage that opportunity and build something unique that we can all be proud of.
We understand that every great thing in Midtown that has happened because people like you reached into their pockets and gave generously of your time.
We need your help. This is something that generations and generations will be able to enjoy, and it will be part of Broad Ripple's legacy.
Any safe walkway, access to that park for people on bikes or walking, I think that appeals to a lot of people. I would ask that they take a look at this project and say, how can I impact the community? And I think this is a project worthy of that consideration.
If you're a current resident, a past resident, or a visitor to Broad Ripple, I think now is the time to kind of ride this wave of momentum and focus on the improvement of Broad Ripple for the decades to come. So please give now.
Find a way to reach out and give something, and maybe give a little bit more than you might think you would, and then give a little bit more after that.